using a formula. Okay, now a lot of people are terrified of this because it looks very complicated and it looks like higher maths. Now believe me, it really isn't. It's just a question of knowing what to put where. Okay, so here we have an example. So to calculate the cost for a quarter, use the formula below. Now this could be for gas or electricity or telephone, whatever. So the cost, which is C, equals NU divided by 100 plus 20. Now they tell us that N is the number of units used, U is the cost per unit, okay, and 1 unit costs 4.2p, and there's a quarterly standing charge of £20. So first off, this quarterly standing charge, whether you use any units or not, you're going to pay £20 every quarter. So this is why it's plus 20. So the number of units used and the cost per unit. Now if we have NU, so NU, all that means is N multiplied by U. Okay, so if we had AB, that would just be A multiplied by B. Okay, the reason that we write it like this is it saves us keep writing out multiply all the time. So let's say excuse me, let's say we have we've used 100 units. Okay, so we've used 100 units of whatever it is, gas, electricity. Now we can now put this into our equation. This is called an equation or a formula. Okay, so our cost is, now we know that NU now is N times U, so we have 100 units because N is the number of units, so we have 100 multiplied by U, which is the cost per unit, so that's 4.2, and this is going to be divided by 100. Okay, now to this we add 20. Now the reason that they want us to divide by 100 here is because the unit costs are in pence, but the standing charge is in pounds. So when we've multiplied out our units, we'll get so many units or so many pence. So if we divide by 100, that converts that into pounds, which we can then add to the £20. Okay, so we now have our cost equals, okay, now if you like we'll use a calculator for this. So we have 100 multiplied by 4.2, so this gives us 420. Okay, so we've got 420 divided by 100, and this is going to be added to the 20. Okay, so now we have to divide the 420 by 100. Now I'm sure you can do that. 420 divided by 100 is 4.2. Okay, now if I go to the calculator, we'll just prove this. So 420 divided by 100 gives us 4.2. Now this we can add to our 20 now, because this is 4.2 pounds, or 4 pounds 20. So our cost would be 24 pounds and 20p. Okay, so the thing is not to panic with this, it's just looking at what do they want us to do. So whenever we get a fraction, remember we deal with the fraction first before we add anything to it. And we know that if letters are just written one after the other, this means that they're being multiplied. Okay? That really is all there is to it. What looks to be quite frightening really isn't once we break it down. Okay, so we then substitute in the numbers and then we just go through the calculation. Okay, so I hope that helps, and we'll have worksheets on this for you to practice on.